Hey guys, welcome back to This Is How We Do It. Today we got to go over someone's house. We needed something to take for an appetizer. We're going to be doing spinach artichoke dip. This is chopped spinach, thawed out, and now I actually strain all the as much liquid as you can out of it, just do a little bit, and I'm going to chop that one more time to make sure it's chopped up fine. I got green onion.
How much we have in there?
Oh, there's 2 containers, so it's 2 pounds, I think. Or another 10 ounces each, so it would be, that can't be right. Did it say 10 ounces? So it's 20 ounces. I just do 2 packs.
So. And
then we dump it out and squeeze the water out. Got green onion here. I'm going to use about half of that, so maybe a 1/4 cup of green onion. Chunk feta. Not the stuff that's already crumbled. This stuff tastes a lot better.
That's 8 ounces?
That's a half a pound. Half a pound of crumbled blue cheese. Half a pound of cream cheese. 2 cups of shredded Cheddar Jack. And we're probably going to do a 1/4 cup of Parmesan Romano or just Parmesan, either one. 1 can of artichoke hearts. And you can get these whole or quartered. These are quartered because they're easier to cut up. Garlic and pepper. Now, there's no salt on here. Salt is going to be something you're going to have to check because you never know on this one how salty the feta is going to be and how salty the Parmesan is going to be, and even the blue cheese is going to be kind of salty. So when you put these in there, adding more salt before it's done, you want to make sure you don't do that. You want to taste it and then put it in, because sometimes you get a real salty feta and you'll be making it so salty you can't eat it. So we'll go right off the bat here. I got my spinach ready. My pan's on low, just getting warm. I'll go ahead and turn it up. We're gonna cut the spinach.
So we got the package of spinach already, chopped spinach, but we chop it to make sure it's fine.
We don't want strings and other things in there. And it's real important to get all that liquid out, otherwise your cheese dip is gonna be very watery. So we just recut it one time, we'll throw it in there. And now it should be already heating. Get it on. Now it's real important you don't turn your stove on real hot. You will burn the cheese. It's a slow heat process. You don't want to boil the cheese. You don't want to scorch the cheese. Okay, so we got that in there. I'm going to do about a 1/4 cup of green onion. And this is just chopped green onion. And I'm not worried about cooking this. All this is just going to be heated basically. The easiest melt cheese to put in is going to be your cream cheese. We'll do that next. I always get people that say you could use a light cheese. I'm going to put a light cream cheese in, but if you're eating this dish, there's nothing light about it. Don't bother. Might as well just use it all, because everything here, I don't know if you can even get all that in light stuff. I'm just going to kind of cut strips and put them in so they kind of melt a little quicker instead of the whole block. You can even chunk them up so they get a little smaller. Now if you notice, if they get boiling or something going on in the bottom of that pan, you want to turn it down. It's something you got to be on top of. You can't really do this dish and walk away from it. You'll have a ruined $15 cheese dip. Now next we're going to do the blue cheese. It's already crumbled. You get a lot of people that say they don't like blue cheese, but yet when they eat this dip they love it. Once it's mixed with everything, it just gives it a bitter flavor that shows up at the end. And like I said, people that don't like blue cheese still like this dip. I'm going to do my 8 ounces of chunk feta, which is my favorite because it retains the flavor better. If you didn't use all the feta when you went, like say you only needed half a block for something, save that, just put it back in salt water. That's the brine that it's soaking in, is just salt water. That's why I said you gotta be careful about adding salt, because right now you can see all this feta, that's just salt, 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 salt. There, you might not have to add any. It's like I said, it's real important on how you like it. I won't know till I get all these in there. Rinse my hands again. And I feel silly rinsing my hands with gloves on, but it's a habit to keep rinsing. So we're starting to get pretty hot now. I want to turn that down because I don't want to burn any of this cheeses. You can see them, they're starting to get creamy on the bottom. Okay, next we have the artichokes. We're not putting the juice in. So just pull your artichokes out. I'm gonna dump the juice out in the can. You can get them in whole or quartered. So we're just gonna slice them this way and then chop them so that they're in there. If you like big pieces of artichokes, leave them big. You know, this is how we do it because this is how the kids like it.
Just extra flavor.
Yes, again, it's a salty pickle flavor, which is kind of a weird flavor in there, but when you're all done, all these flavors come together to make an addicting dip where people that don't like all this stuff, they go eat this and they can't stop. It's like popping a can of Pringles. You eat one and you just keep going until it's gone. And this was actually a request for the party we're going to because we've made it before, so they wanted to have it again. Make sure your knife's real sharp again. Some of these are not so easy to cut through. If you get a real thick, hard piece, you can pull it out. Sometimes these outside ones will be real hard. They're not fun to bite into. Just got all those. And when you're done with this, it won't be like the restaurant ones you get where it's just like Monterey Jack cheese and a little bit of spinach and some flake of artichoke in there. This is going to be a real hearty artichoke dip. Oh yeah, it's starting to melt good. So now we can just go ahead and dump this cheese in. It's going to help melt it. 2 cups of that cheddar. They're actually Colby Jack. And we're going to do a 1/4 cup of Parmesan. And again, more salt. And we're going to do garlic. Now I'm going to do probably, these are, was that one, does that say 1 teaspoon? Yep, 1 teaspoon. So let's see how it looks. 1, 2, 3 of those, and 1 of pepper. So we'll mix all this in. Now it's just a time thing. Now if you do walk away right now, you have to come back every minute or two because you can see it. You can see down here where it's starting to get creamy, but if you don't touch that cheese right there is just gonna burn. And then you're going to ruin the whole thing.
So we don't walk away, we just keep stirring.
Yeah, we just keep stirring and letting the heat go. You can tend to keep it on a little hotter if you're attending to it. And I don't care if it gets all mashed up because it's a dip. So the more you mash it down, I'm mashing the cheeses down into the hot bottom. So that helps get that cream cheese going. And as the spinach heats up, you're going to extract more liquid out of that. Even though I squeezed it, you're still going to get more liquid. Now this is one of those dips, the longer it sits, the better it gets. So first day, awesome. Second day, unbelievable. The third day, it ain't going to a third day. This whole pot in our house, which you can see, I'll have to figure out how much that actually made when we're done, but I'm guessing you're getting 5 cups of dip or more, maybe 6 cups. This is a big pan I'm using. I'm saying 6 cups. It's going to yield about 6 cups. And that's a lot of dip, even for a party. So if you got a party of 5 people, you're
Depends.
That's a pound of cheese dip per person, and it will happen. They'll eat all this, but it's amazing how it goes. It's so versatile. You can put it. Okay, this dip is really versatile. It, like I said, when it's all done, we're going to serve it with nacho chips tonight. Sometimes we'll do tostinis. One of these recipes will show you someday how to do those. You can put it on top of chicken. It's really just a good cheesy dip that's addicting, whatever you put it on. And you can see my cheese still isn't melted down yet. I got cheddar. I'm still on medium, little under medium. And that's just to keep it low, so we don't scorch it. You can get daring and you can go like to medium, but you better stay on top of this, like stand here and watch it. If it bubbles at all, you're flipping it. So as soon as you see it start doing anything, you give it a whoop, get that hot cheese to the top again. It's not even all melted yet. Are you taste testing already?
It's already tasting good.
But see, I got feta right there that's not melted.
Yeah.
So that's why I said the more you
And the
heat it,
cheddar jack
I think
too.
that's why the next day and the third day it gets better and better because it keeps getting reheated and melting better. Because it never really gets. You got to be real patient not to eat it all before it's done. We'll just keep taste testing and it'll be half gone before it gets to the party. That's why I'm smashing it down again so I can see. I'm looking for the chunks of cheese that aren't melting in there, so you can see a big smudge there of something. And the blue cheese melts decent, but the feta and the Parmesan take the longest to melt in. And I still see cheddar pieces in there that aren't melted. We're gonna let this sit for a minute. Let that catch up. That's all. Okay. So you can see here the bubbles of boiling steam coming out. That's
Stop touching so I can see.
You start seeing them come. There's one. There's one. Now the whole thing's poofing.
Looks like it's breathing.
That's when you want to get in there and do this because it's really getting hot now and it will start burning. So we've been stirring now for about 9 minutes. And I did go to medium because I said I'm watching it very intensely. If you stay down here on low, it might take a half hour to melt this cheese. So after our taste test, it's still pretty salty, so we didn't add any salt. Let me, you want to dish up a sample of what it's going to look like, or?
It's a personal preference, so if you guys want it, you gotta taste it, and you can always add more garlic or salt to it.
When we serve it, we'll put it in a bowl, just like kind of at the restaurant. We put diced tomatoes on top and some diced green onion, and then you eat it with chips or tostinis or crackers. We're gonna do chips tonight. So we'll show you. It's pretty done. We're gonna put some in a bowl for a taste test. You can see how much it filled up with that. Here, I'll put a nice picture right here.
So we're gonna eat them with tortilla chips. We're gonna eat this with tortilla chips. Okay, have a test run.
Okay. I'm the lucky guy. Like I said, tomorrow will be even better. Every day it gets better as it sits. And then if you look at my sauce, see what it's doing. Because I forgot, don't forget and leave it on there. So move it off the burner. And we'll get that mixed up real quick so it don't burn.
Okay, so.
Awesome. Please enjoy. Come back and see us on This Is How We Do It. Have a great day. Share and like.